Hello friends, and welcome to this crochet tutorial, or actually not a crochet tutorial, but today I'm going to show you what I did with my yarn stash of bernat blanket, loops and threads, parfait chunky, sweet snuggles lite, all those bulky yarns. So come with me as I go upstairs and help show you the changes that I made. But first, we're going to go back to the beginning. So as I take my time climbing my stairs, I see this array of yarn. What did I do? Come join me in this little process that took me a number of days, the shelves I bought, and how I turned this small space on my second story with a dormer window into my bulky yarn area. Months ago, or actually years ago, I did a journey of transforming my yarn into a room and put all of these shelves around. This is acrylic yarn. You notice I have it up above many things, but let me show you what's down below. Clutter. Lots and lots of clutter. I started on a process of cleaning my yarn collection up. I don't plan on getting rid of many, but I started to clean some of it up. My mind has had enough of the clutter. These are all patterns. This is where I sit. My little clutter collection. Here, let's show what's behind the chair. Clutter. Clutter. My poor girl is sitting in clutter. Clutter. My sewing machines. More yarn at my feet. Now let's go out and see the rest of my clutter. Now hold your breath. It does get better. Yes. You see that? You see that? I'm going to change that. I started in this area here was my Posh yarn, my Parfait Chunky, and my Just Chenille from the dollar store. So I bagged and boxed a lot of these up, and so this is where they're at. Now if we go inside my room, hopefully I won't trip. Here's all my Posh yarn. So the goal here, can't do much 100% in this room, but the goal here is to take all of this here, sort and separate. It is Sweet Snuggles Lite, back in the back, and bernat blanket throughout, as well as Big Twist, the plush yarn, and I am going to sort, separate, organize, and hopefully put up some shelves in this back corner here. This window here, I'm not putting shelves because it gets afternoon sun, which is kind of hot. So if you look right here, you'll see there's a box. Storage shelves came in that for the garage. I have two of them. One's there, the other one's in the bottom in the back. So I was thinking about stacking them so that way the sun won't beat down on the yarn. And then I want to go through the yarn, put variegateds, solids, and by brand together. So come with me on this little journey, and I will take you sometimes piece by piece on what I'm doing. I ordered this 20 cube shelving set. Here it is in bags, because thanks to Amazon, they didn't stick it under the overhang on my porch. They stuck it out at the end of the stairs, and the box got soaking wet. It's okay. So the shelving, some of it's going to go here. You'll notice that I have a pitch. Let me show you. So this stands about 4 feet tall. So I'm going to put some here. And this will have the posh and the parfait chunky in this area right here. And then, like I said, over there is going to have just some for the bernat blanket. And so in the process of putting this together, it's very simple. It has the plastic here. These are the fabric. As you can see, it separates it. There's a long pole, a short pole, and this is to help screw it into the wall so it doesn't fall over, which I probably won't use because I don't think it'll be that tall. The hammer and the little thing you can put on the side, which I'm not going to use. So they're showing you how to put it in the wall after it's completed, which, like I said, I'm not going to use. And then it's showing you step by step on what to do. You see how there's a number of poles that'll go into the plastic thing. You slide your fabric over it and you put another plastic thing on the end. And you can join them together because they show here it has holes on both ends. So I'll be creating these as I go along. I'll show you some of it, and some of it I'll show you as I put it together for the wall that I choose to have it up against. Now I have my air conditioner on, so if you hear a rumble in the back, that's what it is. But this is the first shelf. It was so simple to put in or put together. Okay, and it has the fabric over the top of it. So let's flip it over, and yes, you will see the two. You put the poles in first, slide the fabric over one, put the fabric over the top, slide the fabric, and then add another one. Now this one will go in the middle because you see there's more holes here. So this is a middle one. Let me show you what the end one looks like, because it has holes on one side and then no holes on the other side. So these will be on the end. It is a very, very simple process, and I think that you will enjoy making one of these also. When it's done, I'll show you what it looks like. I got it through Amazon, and I'll put the link in the description. Okay, I'm going to show you the simple process of putting these together. Now, you'll see here there's 4, and they're longer. See how much longer? This one is just going to go right here in the hole. Okay, you just push it. It goes down about 1 inch into the hole. And the good thing is once it's all put together, it's solid. It doesn't shake. But now if you don't line it up and your holes ain't right, then yeah, it's not gonna fix right. So after you put the side poles up, there's these dividers, and to put these on, of course I'm using one hand, which isn't that hard, but you know, the stuff was, so I put my finger in it and kind of pinch it so we have like a little pocket here, and then I'll take that and slide it over, and then I'll take the other side, basically do the same thing. So, you know, you can do this, and then just slide it on down. Okay, so I'm going to do that to the rest, and then I'll show you how I put the sides on. So I went ahead and built the first row and put the sides up in there. Very simple. Just stick the pole in the hole and then add the fabric. Now I'm going to add this next layer. The fun part is going to be lining the holes up. The nice thing about this one is that these openings here are 15 inches and the height is 12. So blanket yarn will fit nicely in there. 2 rows high, should be 3 across. Okay, so once you get them on all the way around, I'm going to show you what I do to finish it off. So here you can see I got them in there. You want to make sure that they're all in the holes before we do what's next, because when you push down on them, it's not going to lay it flat. It'll be kind of off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push, and you can feel it go down. Push. Now it's best to kind of do both of them at the same time, but because I got a camera in my hand here, but I can feel them go down that 1 inch. Oops, get my finger out of the camera here. Did you hear that one? It went down. Let's get this last one. Okay, now we're ready to add more poles here, and we're going to add so that we have 3 shelves. That means I got 2 more to put up. I made some of the shelving, went together very easily. Looks pretty good. Still got that to deal with. Well, got some things done. That's not where all of it's going to go. Look at the hallway. Can't even get to the bathroom. This is the solids for bernat, and this is the variegated. I like bernat because even though some of it can be kind of feeling rough, it's all basically soft yarn, and there's more of this mountain in my room. You can see I got some more shelves that I'm in the process of making. So right now, that the process of all of this, yeah, some of it even fell downstairs. This is what I'm planning on doing now. I'm going to order some more of these shelves from Amazon. I'm going to make these 2 wide, and then I'm going to add some right along here. This box, I'm going to turn it sideways. There's a box over there. That's where my Sweet Snuggles Lite and chenille home lite is at. Also, you notice I got Premier Basic and Big Twist. I like Big Twist, but the problem with it, it's not the same size as bernat blanket. It's quite a bit bigger, and it's hard to join the two. Even though Big Twist has some fascinating colors, it's just too hard to join with the bernat blanket. So here's my combination of loops and threads, Sweet Snuggles Lite, and Chinelle Home. You'll notice here I also have some Ben Franklin yarn. Yeah, and they went out of business, what, 4 or 5 years ago? But their yarn is a lot like bernat blanket. So here's the opposite direction. Now the distance that I have right here is approximately 12 inches, so I can put another one of these right here. But because of the slope of my roof, because I'm upstairs, this is a dormer window, I'm going to add another shelf right here, and we're going to make it work. So this was the 20 shelves from Amazon. I'll put like I said before, I'll put the link in the description. Very, very simple to put together. Very simple. Anyway, so you wonder, I'm sure you're wondering why I have so much yarn. I started collecting the bernat blanket when I found it's easier to crochet with about 2 or 3 years ago, maybe a little bit longer than that. I got introduced to amigurumi through my daughter, who wanted a Katie Did's unicorn, I think it was. Anyway, and I got hooked. It's a lot better than making blankets, even though the blankets I make really are beautiful. But I started with acrylic yarn, and then through Katie, I learned about the chenille yarn. And whether a lot of you want to know about this about me or not, I'm 67 years old. I'll be 68 here pretty soon. And I've been crocheting since I was, 8, 9, or 10, thanks to my grandmother. I really enjoy crochet because it is a portable thing that you can take. All you got to take is a hook, a yarn, or maybe a couple things of yarn. You don't have to have a lot to go with you. And doing these amigurumis are really a portable thing to do. You don't have to stuff them right away. You can take your safety eyes if you want, or you can use the glue-on felt eyes as time progresses on. So just a little bit about me and some of the things that I've been doing. I do work full-time. I am a pipe fitter specialist. I also do welding at the shipyard where I live, and I do not plan on retiring too soon unless they kind of force me into retirement. But I do have this as my backup. I do have a small business with it, and I do go to markets. I do pretty good, not enough to say it's a paycheck, but I enjoy it, and that's what it makes my heart happy to see people get something that they think is cute and that they can love and hug, and it makes them feel good. I don't put an astronomical price on my stuff. Pretty much somewhere between the $25 and $30 range for the larger stuff, and between the $8 and $15 range for the smaller stuff. But I also buy my stuff on sale. I do not buy anything full price unless I have no other choice, and I'll still keep it the price the way I do. I paint my own safety eyes. I have purchased some, like with florals and feathers and Mom Stitch Eddie. They have awesome designs, but I paint my own with my own unique little design on it. I don't have an Etsy shop, although I have purchased thousands of amigurumi patterns off of Etsy and found a lot of them that are just, they need, I'm not too impressed with a lot of them. But I also buy them when they're on sale. I guess that's part of my thrifty thing about me. I don't know. Anyway, just a little bit about me and where this is going. So it goes to show you, you don't measure your life by your age. You measure your life on how you're enjoying it. And keep enjoying it, because that's what life is all about. What's the matter, Kate? Can't get to your room?
Matter, Mom can't handle your spending habits. Oh, you missed one. Here's a big twist.
Oh, is it? Ugh. What are you doing? I thought you were going to crawl over them. Well, that's what happens when you sort and separate your yarn, huh? We had fun for a little while there. All right, Kate, come on. My arm's getting tired.
That's a you problem.
All right, I'm done. We got a little path here. We had to. Look how tall the mountain got. It's almost the height of the door. All right, so my air conditioner is on. So I've put the solids there, the variegated's there. Okay, luckily it's this wide, and I'm in the process of making more shelves. The long ones will go here. There's another set going back there, and these will fit in there. And then I'll also have some along this wall. Well, this is the progress I've got. It's getting there. It's all solids. These are bernat. The ones back here are big twist, and let's see, premier blankets. Yeah, this is only one row. Of course, I didn't have enough shelving for this. And then, and because of the dormer, I have to stop up there. I'm going to be putting another set of shelves here. So I have my ball yarn, you know, from what's left of a skein. This is velvet yarn, and this is a parfait chunky over here too, as well as bernat in the ombres and stuff. And I still have to do that and put shelves up over there. This is the extra of the solids for bernat. That is sparkle yarn. And that's what's left of the the bernat blanket bands. Yes, I have a lot of bernat blanket. You're going to hear the air conditioning again, so that's what my background noise is. It is quite hot up here because it is the third story of my house. But here I've moved my box of variegated from the window over there. I kind of sorted them out from dark to light. So in the process, this is what's happening, is I have my shelves pre-made, and these are the ones that go up and down here with the dividers. I really like these shelves. They're very sturdy. In fact, once you get it in place, they really don't move. I really like them. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be moving this box of light variegated out of the way. You know, bring them over here so I can start building these shelves, which do fit. Give me about a ½ an inch of playroom, but it does fit here in the dormer opening. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on that, and I'll meet with you the next time we meet. You know, it never fails that every time I turn on my camera, the air conditioning is on. Anyway, so I wanted to show you, I have one more set of shelves that I will be putting up. It will be for my Parfait Chunky and the smaller Premier Basics and the Velvet yarn, which is all right here still in the hallway. It's not a lot, and I think the three shelves that I have will work real good right here. Even though it's real close to our stairs, it will be pushed up against the other shelving. So let me take you into my little finished area of what I have done. I have a little stool back there so I can sit down to decide what I want to do. And so I turned this area from yarn all over the place into something somewhat organized. Okay, let me walk over here a little more without falling down the stairs. And you can see that in the dormer, I have the shelves fit very snug. Now, I have the top layer back there, which is at the 8-foot level. This right here is at the 6.5 foot level. And then as we go down, you'll notice that in the back I have one set of these shelves which has the lighter colors, and these other shelves in the front that have the darker colors. Now what I did is, because this blue, the tweed, in the back is the beige, kind of like this, but it's white with the blue on it. So I know what's behind it, and it makes it really easy for me to find what I'm looking for. So like right here, I had doubles. I would put them together, but behind it is the same thing in a lighter color. It's like I put the bigger skeins up here. Now, my organization on this isn't 100% yet, and if you notice, the shelves fit right in between here, but I didn't take into consideration the trim. So it is sitting on the trim, and I have 2x4s that I had to use to raise it up because the center was sinking so bad. And that goes all the way across to the wall. So this is what I have done. I really like how I can find my stuff now. Even though this is 2 shelves as well, we have Sweet Snuggles Lite in the back and part of this area here, and we have Big Twist and Premier Basics mixed in with this as well. And this one I am not doubling up, but you'll notice that it is butted up next to the other one. I do have room down here on the end, so I could slide it down just a little bit, but I know if I move it, some of this stuff will start to fall. I do have extra space below on these, even in the very back. I plan on taking the white and the pink colors and putting them down there so that I only have like maybe 1 or 2 rows of yarn here instead of 4 or 5.